Kia ora, Canterbury, and welcome to Canterbury Live on Tuesday, the 21st of July. Well, we've got a cracking big show, so let's get into it. Giveaways, you know we love at CTV to give you opportunity to win something wonderful, and that is what we have this month, July, from Ira Mitchell-Kirk. That wonderful painting, I love the colours. It just really highlights the beauty of Central Otago, and in particular, Arrowtown. I'm sure you've seen a lot of those little chocolate box houses down there. Be a wonderful feature for your home or your business. Next up though, there is a wonderful show hitting the Isaac Theatre Royal on the 2nd of August. That's right, Elvis, One Night With You. And singer Andy Stankovic, whose uncanny vocal talent has stunned even Presley's own backing group, the Jordanaires. He will be channeling Elvis Presley's renowned vocal genius in the studio and on stage over 4 intimate and dynamic shows across New Zealand. 2nd of August at the Isaac Theatre Royal, and tickets can be purchased through Ticketek, but we have a double pass for you. That's right. To win either of these prizes, all you need to do is just call through on 377033. One of the girls will look after you. Poor Marianne is sick today, so you won't get Marianne today. Or you can go to our Facebook page, leave your details, share us, like us, and you could be a lucky winner. Righto, on today's show, the wonderful Jane is here from Mainland Dating, giving us tips on how to keep warm through your dating experiences. Well, Jane. And local radio stations, Top Cat FM and Just FM, we're joined by a couple of their personalities here doing some fine things in our community. And Phyllis Brown today is talking about relationships. Do they have seasons? Do we maybe step away from some friendships if they're not healthy? It's some good stuff we'll be talking about today. Just like the next lady, Nicola Frey is joining me now from Nourish. Hello, Nicola.
Hello.
Salt. Is it naughty?
Oh, it's not always naughty, but as New Zealanders, we do eat a bit too much salt. So with salt itself, it's the sodium within salt that is the problem for us. So that's the thing that can cause problems if we have too much of it.
And there's a lot of different types of salt now, isn't there? I mean, we've got some really funky, the Himalayan salt,
yes.
and now we're embracing the sea salt. So there is different varieties of the sodium in them?
Yeah, no, the sodium tends to stay the same.
Right.
It's just a different format. You know, some are really chunkier than others and sort of from different sources. But one big thing with those different salts is often that some are iodised and some not. In New Zealand, we are low in iodine, and it was chosen to add it to our salt because that was a good, easy thing that most people had. These days, of course, with us having too much salt, it is recommended that if you're going to add salt to anything in your daily intake, that you do use iodised salt, so that you're getting the iodine you need without having to get it from processed foods, because in the processed food making process they don't actually use iodised salt. So yes, so they usually will use often salt that's imported and it's not iodised. So that's one reason why you might use salt. The other way to get iodine, which is really great, is that the one food process in New Zealand that does use iodised salt is the bread making process. So you can get your iodised salt in your bread as well. So if you don't want to add that extra salt to your meal, make sure you get your daily servings of bread.
So do we need salt?
Yes, so there's a few body processes that need salt. It helps work our fluid balance, and also our muscles and nerves need salt or sodium to work properly as well. So we do need some salt, just not too much. Obviously, the downside if you're having too much salt is it can increase blood pressure, and that can sort of lead towards stroke or heart disease. So it is quite important to keep that sodium down.
And if you are a fitness fanatic or doing a lot of endurance, I mean, these power drinks, we always talk about the sugar and that, but you can make your own, can't you, with salt? Yes,
you can. Yes, and that's a big thing when people are losing fluid, and that's why we were mentioning about fluid balance. Yeah. You do need to replace that salt sometimes because you are sweating it out. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the problem foods with salt then?
Okay, so some foods have more than our recommended daily salt intake just in one serving of them. Something like these noodles, that is more salt than we would need in a day, and one
and just
serving
one?
Of that, yeah.
Wow.
So some of these, a lot of sauces, This sort of tomato sauce and that sort of thing, very high in sodium, and a lot of sauces that you would add to a mix, a complete meal, are quite high as well. Crackers, obviously things like packets of chips, any kinds of sort of snack foods like that, very high as well. But you sort of have to put it into perspective as well, whereas this is high in salt, but you might have a little bit, you might dip your food into a small amount of it. You've got to try and think, okay, it's high in salt, but how much of it am I going to eat as well?
Yeah.
So like this, you would eat the whole packet, and so that's contributing a lot of sodium, whereas this is high in sodium. I'm not trying to sort of beautify it in any way, but you would only have a small amount. So you do have to think, okay, how much sodium is in it, and how much am I actually going to eat of that thing?
Right, it's all in context.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's a couple of things we can do to actually reduce the intake of salt then?
Okay, so firstly, obviously, think about it if you're adding salt in your cooking and then you're adding it at the table. It's often something that you need to decrease down in small amounts. You can't just go suddenly, because you do notice a big taste difference and then you don't enjoy your food. So slowly decrease it and just think about not adding it. And the other thing is processed foods, takeaways, all that sort of thing. They're particularly high in salt. We only actually get 15% of our salt from shaking it on in the meal or at the table. 75% of our sodium comes from takeaways and processed foods. So that's huge.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah.
Now, what is the recipe tomorrow?
So
is there any salt in sight?
Well, we've used some herbs and spices in this one to jazz it up a bit, zhuzh it up. So we've got a warm bulgur wheat salad with lovely roast vegetables and chicken in it. So that'll be on the website tonight, and we'll be playing it tomorrow.
Yum.
So,
Oh, that sounds really good.
Good wintry salad.
A little simple tip though would be maybe remove the salt. We always put the salt and pepper on the table.
Yeah.
Do we maybe leave it off the table?
Absolutely. If it's not there, you don't even think
see
about it.
Don't even think about
That's
it.
right.
Good on it.
Yeah, get straight
Great.
into the meal.
Now you keep warm, lovely.
Thank you.
And some great tips. It's salt. We love our salt, but hey, it's sometimes just a pull in the reins.
That's right.
Rightio, Nourish Nutrition. Nourish.org.nz is that wonderful website. Some great information there, including the Facebook page as well. It is all about health through food. Rightio, now I'm joined by Phyllis Brown. And my favourite time of the week, Phyllis Brown is here. Phyllis, relationships.
Yes.
I mean, it's a very loose word, isn't it?
It is,
Because it
it
covers
is.
so many different parts of our life. We have relationships with everyone.
Everybody. So relationships, they have a set purpose in your life. So they're here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So when we think of the people that have come and gone in our life, we can think of that as a reason or a season. So we meet people who will be reflecting to us, and mirror and reflection is really important, because whoever you attract into your life, it is something in you that you then need to heal. So if you have a relationship, as an example, I was really unaware of my gossipy nature until I suddenly became aware that I was surrounded by gossips. And I thought, oh, I need to stop that habit. I need to stop gossiping. I don't like it. I suddenly became aware of why these people were in my life. And the lesson that they brought home was quite stark. So as soon as I stopped feeding them information, well, they all just disappeared. So, and that's a really simple explanation, but that's what relationships and how to heal those relationships. What is it that you are reflecting that is then being mirrored back to you? And from that perspective, when you start to look at your life in that terms, then you can heal all sorts of relationships. So if you've got someone who you've got a friend, you go, oh my God, she's so depressing. But what are you reflecting to them that they're reflecting to you? Are you being depressing? Are you always the glass half empty when you talk to them? So they mirror back the glass half empty. If you were then to be more optimistic and do the mirror, the glass half full and have a wonderful time, then you would maybe draw out the happier aspects of their life. And it's just a natural thing. It's like when when you watch television and presenters mirror the body language of the person that's sitting opposite them. Or even when you're in a cafe and you go like this and the opposite person goes like this. Mirror and reflection in relationships is just as easy as that. And that's how you can repair those relationships.
So that term, kindred spirit, that resonates with that, doesn't it, really?
It does, because when you've attracted somebody into your life and they would maybe be there for a season in a lifetime, you've got the same likes, you've got the same ambitions, the same hobbies, and so you're having that amazing connection, that beautiful friendship that's going on. And you've really come to a stage where you've healed yourself. And that's when you get those long life friendships, when you've healed yourself and you've adjusted your behaviour to create healthy relationships, and you can stay healthy in a relationship. You're not, we talked about the personality types, you're not the pleaser or the lazy layabout or, you know, whatever it needs to be, the rebel. You're just who you need to be. Then yes, you'll bring in that beautiful reflection of who you are. And that's a really lovely thing to see in itself.
And to keep on top of it and keep a relationship healthy, is it okay to acknowledge that that friend that once was in that season
is
no
finished.
longer,
Absolutely.
and just respectively stepping back?
Absolutely. And that's from, you know, I really admire the people who are still friends with school friends from, you know, 30 odd years ago. But, you know, if you have a friendship that does begin to dissolve or dissipate, then you've outgrown that friendship because you've developed and grown. So that reason or that season is finished. But as soon as you move on, then your next lesson, more people will come into your life for the next soul progression, for you to keep adjusting your behaviour and healing yourself whilst healing the types of people that you're bringing into your life.
But you must be healed before you can accept someone new into your life.
Yeah. And I think for me, I get lots of ladies who go, but I just keep repeating the same personal relationships. I bring in the same type of partner. So they haven't really come to terms with what they're reflecting back. They just attract in the same situation. Rather than them loving themselves, they maybe need to be saved by somebody. We're looking for a Prince Charming to save me, but you actually need to save yourself.
Makes perfect sense.
And then you'll bring in somebody who will save you.
Great. Before we go to the break, we quickly just have a card.
Yes, so we've actually got the sacral chakra here, and it's time to love yourself and others. Take time out and be good for yourself, indulging in your passion, and then just reflect that out and see who joins you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. So much to look forward to next week. Radio, after the break, we meet a local radio station doing some fine things. See you soon. Well, did video kill the radio star, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
It did?
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay. Well,
Sorry.
lucky you're still
Good
here
check,
then,
though.
aren't you? Now, joining me now is James Holland, who is behind Just FM. Welcome, James.
Thank you.
And Troy Wright, Top Cat FM.
Yep.
Is there a bit of rivalry here?
No, actually, we do rather well, both of us, actually.
Do you just?
Yeah.
So tell us firstly, Just FM, James,
Yep.
when did you start?
In 1998.
Crikey.
That's nearly 16 years old.
And why did you start it? Was radio always something you wanted to get into, or?
Yeah, it was actually a bit of radio, television, basically the lot. So now I'm filling both voids.
You are, potentially. And Troy, tell us a bit about Top Cat FM. It's a bit of a funky name there. Where did that come from?
It's a new station's name. We were known as Raceway FM earlier in the piece because of my affiliation with Speedway and motorsport. And then I thought, well, you know, I've got to do something else after race season. So I thought, well, I'll have a complete name change. And I thought, well, Top Cat, yeah, you know, cartoon character.
Yeah, well,
So,
that's right, Top Cat. Oh my goodness, that's going back a few
absolutely
moons.
Absolutely brilliant, and been in Spraddon area as well, catering for a lot of the older people in there as well, and getting feedback on Canterbury Live on radio. They're going, well, we didn't think it could be done. Well, we're doing it.
Oh, good on you, because Canterbury Live goes out at 4:30, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, at 4:30, the show, which is, and thank you so much for that. And she'll put it up on screen now, because Top Cat FM is 107.1.
Yep.
Is that right? 107.1.
Yep.
And James, for you, it is 107.7.
Yep, that's right. The joys of us being sort of
yes,
up
so
the top,
close,
but
so
sort of different
close.
channels.
Okay, so if we're tuning into your station, Just FM, James,
Yep.
what can we expect daily?
We do provide a wonderful selection. We have the In the Mood, which is what I host Tuesday to Thursday.
In the Mood?
Yep, which is a variety
hello.
of music. I know, it's a good, good catchy title. And I also broadcast a lot of shows from all around the world too, Australia, the US. So
Television shows?
No, actual radio shows.
Radio shows as well.
No, the only television show I'll ever do that is you. Canterbury Live, of course. Oh, and of course CTV News,
I'll
of
keep
course.
I'll keep you on. No pressure. How can you follow that up? So Top Cat FM, are you still covering the Speedway? Are you still having persons come on and talk about it? Or?
We hopefully are going to link up with a station down in Invercargill called InsidePits.co.nz with Jason Guttridge and
Good
also,
Terratonga man he is, isn't he?
and hopefully we do get a chance of getting on QTV with them as well.
Yeah.
Because I think this year there's a lot of sprint car racing happening at Cromwell, so of course Jace will be there. Johnny on the spot, so I'll just link into his feed.
And we love our motorsport, don't we? I think we're so strong here in the South Island. I really, really do. And the sprints, that's right now behind Highlands Park, isn't it?
Yep.
And Cromwell, which is a
Yep.
fantastic motorsport area. You can tell I love cars a little bit, can't you?
Yes,
But
we
anyway,
can
moving
tell.
right along. Now, James,
Yep.
please tell me, what's coming up that's local that you can talk to us about on Just FM? Apart from Canterbury Live.
We also, of course, do the local news as well.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
And the team? Yes.
Yes, we do them, which is getting really good feedback, actually, surprisingly, from both of them. So, a surprising.
What do you mean it's surprising? What are you trying to say,
it's
love?
awesome. It's
What do you think
awesome.
is going to go to custard?
Oh, of course not. No, the custard is only the part when you don't have bluffed oysters.
Oh, rightio. So let's just remind our viewers at home, though. So, James Holland,
Yep.
Just FM, we can tune into you on 107.7.
Yep, that's right.
Fantastic. And for you, Troy, Top Cat FM is 107.1.
Yep.
Too easy. Okay. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for your continued support of Canterbury Live
You're
and
welcome.
CTV. Make sure you keep in touch and
Of course.
plug us along, won't you?
Oh, we
I'm sure
always
we'll do
do.
the same. Good on you. Rightio. Now stay with us because after the break, I can hear she's into the building. Yes, Jane is here from Mainland Dating. It is, isn't it cool? It's time to get it on with Jane from Mainland Dating. That song is a bit of a doer, isn't it, really?
It is.
How's things going?
Ticking along. It's been a hell of a winter.
Yeah.
Winter is no good for dating.
Isn't it?
No.
But it doesn't give you an excuse to snuggle up.
Well, that's a nice idea, but people have got to go and find someone to snuggle up with.
Oh, true
What they
that.
do in winter, these awful singles, is they bloody hibernate. And I'm sorry, but if you're single and if you want to be warm in bed, you need to get out there and meet some bloody people.
That's it. We're not going to sugarcoat it at all.
No.
So winter is a good time to meet someone then?
Yeah, absolutely. Any time is a good time to meet someone, but it's really funny because in winter, especially this winter because it's been so cold, people are tempted to say, I'll just stay home in front of the heat pump.
Yeah.
But then they're sitting there lamenting that on Friday night they've got no plans. So the trick is that even though it's cold, keep leaving the house. Keep doing all those things that's going to get you out there meeting other people.
And that is the key, isn't it? You've got to get out there and meet people. What do
However
think
you do.
I
Yeah.
mean, with your beauty, with your business though, speed dating, obviously you are making that quick, short, sharp connection with people.
That's right,
And so you're
yeah.
saturating a room
Yep.
with potential love suitors.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Rather
Yeah.
than trying to sift through a bar.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work. But last night was pretty good.
Yeah, last night I did a lovely group, 28 to 42-year-olds. I had a room full of people and they're all gossiping away. And there was 38 matches across the group. So that's really nice.
Wow.
76 cups of coffee being drunk in Christchurch in the next fortnight. So that's good.
Yeah, go with the coffee. Go with the coffee.
Yeah. They get very strict rules at my events, Andrea, that they're only allowed to have a cup of coffee.
So no alcohol.
Well, they can have a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's actually, I know we're talking sense with you, which is a bit strange, but it does make sense though, especially if you are making a first impression. I mean, probably the Dutch courage thing. But
It's the simple idea, and I try and stress to people when they come through my events. When you have that first 4-minute conversation, it's not the be-all and end-all. It's just the chance to say, I like talking to that person. I'm going to go and meet them again.
Yeah.
And it's when you go to meet them for 30 to 40 minutes that you're able to make that judgment call of saying, this person's not my cup of tea, or saying, this person could just be a friend, or saying, I want to take out this person for dinner.
how was that?
I think you'll find that's in the English Oxford
I'm
Dictionary.
sure it is, right beside twerk. Now, but you just raised a really good point.
Yeah.
So we've met with them for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We're not into them. How do you exit?
Well,
It's a bit difficult, isn't it?
no, it's not because
Isn't it?
no, because well, especially not from my speed dating because I've given everyone the rules and regulations, so that's nice. But basically, when you're going to meet someone for that 30 to 40 minutes, you're just going there to say hello, just to find out a wee bit more.
Okay.
So if they're not your cup of tea, you just very simply say, "Hey Bob, hey Susie, it's been really nice to meet you. Cheerio, goodbye."
Yeah, right. Are you serious? Is that how you do it? Cheerio. Goodbye.
That's how you do
Toodaloo,
it.
toodaloo. Oh,
Because
really?
you're not dating, you're not in a relationship, you've only met for a bloody coffee.
Okay, rightio. Crikey. Keep knickers in a twist there, love. Okay, so if we want to meet again,
Yeah.
this is a bit of a, how about if they're not into you? I mean, crikey, you really are putting your heart out there, aren't you?
No, you're not. You're
No.
you're not putting your heart out there. You're just trying to get things going.
Okay.
And so it is very cautious because
Yes,
of course
cautious, yeah.
women and men communicate very differently. And when you don't know someone, you don't know how they're communicating. So you have to just say it outright in a way that they're going to understand. So you say, "Hey, Bob, Susie, I think you're a really nice person. I like your company. I would like to meet you for a second cup of coffee." Really simple, really straightforward, cannot be misinterpreted.
Okay.
You know,
Rightio.
because if someone says, "Do you want to meet another day?" and they say, "Oh yeah, I'll call you," it's all a bit tricky.
I'll call you.
Yeah, you know, it's
yeah.
you kind of have to be a bit straightforward in those early stages, and especially because, you know, when you're getting to know someone, it might take 3 weeks, it might take 3 months before you're comfortable that you understand what they're saying to you is what is actually being said.
Right here. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's a good old love tip?
A good old love.
Good old love tip.
Well, for me,
To get it on.
I'm dealing with single people that are single and want to meet new people. So at that very early stage, my advice is always keep leaving the house. You know, get out there, mix and mingle as best you can, however you can, so that you're meeting as many people
Get
as
away
possible.
from that computer trying to find.
The computer's handy, but only if you're meeting them. If you're spending 6 weeks doing this and not meeting them, you're not going to. You're wasting your time.
Hear that? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Good seeing, my friend. You take care.
Will do.
Keep your knickers
Straight.
unravelled and straight.
Thanks, Andrea.
Right, on tomorrow's show, you can hear the Elvis. He will be in the building, or Andy Stankovic, and Shrinking Violet, as well as Bellamy's Real Estate. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.